Okay, Andy here, property prospecting. It's a cracker of a day up here. It's Sunday morning. It's about 10 past 10. I'm a bit late, but I'm back up on the bend where the bedrock is. And I thought, while the water's nice and clear, let's have a bit of a look. Now this is this hole that Luke was having a go at, and you can see why. It's was paying out, because it's basically a corner pocket all the way down in there. And that's that rock that scared the crap out of him by moving. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was more in there, but I won't touch it again until he gets back up here. This is the little bit of bedrock that he rolled out of the way, and he found his picker sitting on the surface. His visible gold. But you can see what I mean. Stuff hides under all those little cracks. You can't really get in there unless you've got a real thin tool. And the best thing is flushing it out with a Yavi pump, like a high pressure hose. But yeah, that's where he found his bit. Interesting little circle on the rock there. Anyway, that's that. That was his little pocket of bedrock where he's finding some good gold. There's so many pockets here that you could try. A lot of the big heavy stuff on the outside of the bend. That little pocket there maybe, because it sort of straightens up a bit. Who knows? So many spots you could try. I'll tell you one thing, the water's freaking freezing. I've already had a test pen down the creek a bit, but this is this big hole that I've been rolling all these giant boulders out of. And you can see, now that the water's all cleared, you can see over there where there's a big hole in the bedrock. And that big hole, I'll get me here in and scratching tool and everything else down into there. But these boulders are going to be a bit harder to move. Maybe I can roll that one over into this pocket here, but maybe not today. And while it's still clear, let's have a look at where I was digging that I said the hole was getting too deep. That's it there. And basically I fell in that. It looks like it's filled back in a bit, but that was the big hole that I was working. A lot of gravel still to come out of that, but let's have a look around. I brought up my sniping tool to have a look. That's that big boulder I moved a fair while back now, and I moved it out of that big trench there and then dug that out. That'd probably pay to dig it out again and have another go. Maybe do some sniping down here, see what we can find. There's enough water trickling through that I might even get my little adventure sluice out and set it up somewhere so it can run a little bit of cons just for the hell of it. Okay, beautiful cracking day, absolutely beautiful. So got a few hours, see how much I can fit in. So much to choose from though. Where do you go? Where do you start? Alright, cheers, bye. Okay, first pan out of an old hole. Not sure if I'd miss this bit or what, but I'm going to have another go at the bottom, scratch her up, move the rocks that I could see, that I couldn't see when the water was so bloody deep. But at this point I realised I've left my snuffer bottle at home, which is kind of a bummer, but I do usually carry a reserve sort of setup, so I'll just search through my bag and I'll have a look. Bear with me. Okay, found me reserve, which is usually in this little clean-up bag. It's got a little thing for lead. It's got a magnet in it. It's got an attachment for one of my sluices and a paintbrush, and it's got a little eyedropper type clean-up one and a tube. So anyway, we'll suck this up, stick it in this jar, and take it home. But yeah, first pan, 2 bits, 1 nice flake, 1 speck, so pretty good. Cheers. Okay, I've been digging back in my old hole, just digging out what I couldn't see. What I thought was bedrock was not. There's a big lump, that big lump over there, and another one here that I rolled out. So I'm getting down to the juicy bits again in the same hole. At least it was a little bit clearer, I could see what I was doing. And second pan, we got a lump of lead. We've got 1 piece of gold, decent flake, and 2 micros. So they're not so small, but what we're going to do is we're going to just tip all these cons, because I've only got my reserve snuffer. We're going to tip all these cons into my little pan, and then I may even set up a little adventure sluice with a pan at the bottom and run the cons through it at the end of the day. Alright, cheers, see ya. Okay, very next pan, same hole, just moving some of the bigger rocks down there, and the hand size ones, and scratching it a bit, which I broke my tool, but it's still usable. The handle broke off. Get out of it, Smudge. Come on, no, around. Come on, get. But there you go, that's this pan. So quite a few in there. Probably up to what, 6, 7, something like that. Anyway, nice bits, a couple of nice flakes, lots of little micros. But beautiful. That'll go into our pan. Cheers. Alright, I'm sort of letting this spot down here clear out a little bit so I can still see the bottom. Come back up here on the edge of this little waterfall here. I've already done all through here, so, but on the outside bend here, after a bit of a flat wide spot, there's this drop off with heaps of packed rocks on it. So I'm just moving the big ones that I can, and seeing if I can get down against the edge of the bedrock using the yabby pump to suck it all out. So wish me luck, we'll have a go. Okay, after scratching out this crack up here along those rocks, we moved a bit of gravel. We haven't got anywhere near the bottom yet, but there's 2 bits in here. There's 1 little micro in here somewhere. There's the little micro, and there's a half decent flake. And I think that's all there is. Right, that's going to get tipped into there, and we'll see what we can come up with at the end of the day. Cheers, bye. Okay, the water has cleared a bit, but as you can see, there's still stuff down the bottom that we can move and get to, and that little ledge there has been quite productive. I don't know if you can see that. See it. There's this little ledge here. There was a pocket right there that turned out to be really good. So what we're going to do is try to give that a good scratch and a clean and a bit of a suck up. Maybe pull some of the rocks out of the corner pocket. Definitely get down into there. Scratch a bit out from underneath that big slab of bedrock there maybe. Never know, see if we can get it all to go down the bottom. Then we'll run this shit through the little adventure sluice. Okay, set you up and we'll do it. Alright, after sucking out the bottom when it was clear and scratching the crap out of it, I managed to get 2 little tiny flakes and a micro. So, sweet bugger all. But we're going to try and set this little sluice up and see if we can get it to work. Wondering where we'll do it. It needs to have enough flow and it needs to have enough angle. Maybe down there, the water's a bit dirty down this end. Let's go up this end and see if we can find a spot. Bear with me. Let's see if I can get a flat rock to put just here and set it up in that little flow, because it doesn't need a lot. It does quite a good job, but we will need it to go into a pan. So I'll start setting this up and I'll get back to you. Alright, bit rough, bit rudimentary, but it is set up. Looks like it'll have enough flow. I'll just put a little handful of shit in it, and most of it will go down the bottom anyway, so let's hope most of it will get caught up the very top in the indicator mat. So we'll give it a wash, make sure there's no bubbles on it, and hopefully we'll get enough flow for it to trap up there. There's a few bubbles in here as well in the actual mat, so I think most of it will get caught on the indicator. We'll run a bit of material and it's all going to get caught in there anyway. But just to show you that it is in here, we'll do a bit of a quick pan back, because we did get a bit today, not a lot, but enough to warrant coming for a few hours anyway. A piece over there, a couple of bits over there. We'll need to tap it back up to the top, just hang on. And there's a big bit of lead there, so we can see a little bit of colour. Let's hope it all goes down the sluice, because that hasn't been too bad an effort for a day where I've got a bad back. So shake him all back down to there. I'll start feeding it and see if it's worked, because I know it does work. I've used it before in certain applications. Let's feed the baby. Tiny little spoons. Oh, there we go. First couple. Move down, move down. I can see it sitting in the sluice, it hasn't gone far. Let's see if we can just feed it in slowly like this. As you can see, if you with this little adventure sluice, if you get the cons fine enough, you don't seem to have a problem. A few more micros in there, we'll see if we can get them to run down it. I know a lot of people will be going, I don't know why you even bothered, it was in the pan, you should have just panned it. I just wanted to show the sluice. Alright, a bit more clarity. There's the big bit, there's the lump of lead. All along the indicator mat is some micros, some small bits, some little flakes. So this tiny little adventure sluice, if you're not pouring shitloads of material through it and you've got it classified down far enough, it will work, it will catch the gold. Alright, we're going to stop it, and then we're going to put it back in the pan, we're going to pan it out. Cheers. Okay, that's after the cleanup. We're going to try and suck that up, stick it in that little jar I've got, and take it home. Cheers. See? Byproduct of pesky black sand. What came out of Sunday's little session for 4 hours up the creek? Not a lot, but we're going to dry it out and give it a little weight, just to show you. So there you go. Doesn't weigh a lot. Lots of little bits in there. But it's more than I had yesterday. It's more than I had the day before. Definitely more than I had the week before because I sold it all. Anyway, cheers.